Oh no! It's morning!
And that means it's time for the Rotten Mornings Podcast! Best way to start your morning off.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Rotten Mornings.
Wow.
Wow. I'm Scott.
I'm Matt.
I'm Brandy.
And I'm Grim.
And together we are...
Rotten Power.
Maybe not that.
We are
Yeah,
fucking
no.
less than we are apart.
Yes.
That is true.
When the sum is greater than the sum of some of it.
Then something. Yeah, that.
I guess it's probably a good time to jump into news.
We have news?
Unless you guys want to jump into Ols.
No.
Ols 88 and then just drive away from this podcast.
Well, someone peed on all the newspapers, so I don't know how we're going to read
I
them.
wonder how Grim knows that.
I'm looking at it. Everyone can see it.
I think Grim peed on the newspapers.
I just got here. I haven't done anything. Why am I getting blamed?
All of a sudden you...
Why am I looking? Like, I did it several times. It wasn't even just once.
There's newspapers right there with pee on them.
Pee!
That's because it's the Pittsburgh News. It's a giant P.
You're an idiot.
That's the news, guys.
I'm glad
So,
we don't get
do
paid
we-
for this podcast.
Have rotten news? What is
Ask
today?
for my money back.
What day is today? Is today
Today's
Saturday?
Today is Saturday.
So, what did we do on Friday? I think we had a podcast.
we did have one. We had a podcast, guys.
What did y'all talk about?
Shit keys.
Shit keys.
The Skanksies.
Skagsies.
Silkies.
Suckies.
Nope, went too far.
And then there was a commercial for Hellbilly Hollow, specifically for David Miller.
This girl wrote a comment on that commercial that was like, David Miller for president. Ha ha ha. I actually was going to say Tim Miller and just noticed that he didn't get a lot of like recognition in this trailer. And I wrote back, who's Tim Miller? We've never met him before. Is he a good guy like David Miller? And she was like, Beetlejuice. And I was like Michael Keaton?
Oh,
Ah.
that's awesome. It was a that was a really fun commercial. And for me, not knowing what was happening, like, but also I knew what was happening. yeah.
Right.
He's like, oh, Matt fucked up. Matt fucked up. That is not what that dude's name is at all.
That was fun though.
I didn't
liked
even
it.
know. I didn't know the difference.
That's because every David that you know, you call Christopher.
It's
Probably.
It's funny because Tim was telling me that he was sitting there watching it with his brother, and David was like, "Oh, what the fuck, Christopher? Who the fuck is Christopher? Like, are you fucking serious right now?" And Tim was like, "Hold on, it's Matt, and there's a reason he's calling you
Wait
Christopher
for the
right now."
punchline.
And then when it finished, Tim was like, "Man, fuck Rotten. Fuck this banner. Fuck, y'all are not welcome out here." He called me and said that shit. And then he was like, "Nah, man, I said that shit to David right after I watched it." And David was like, "Well, it'll be all right. Put it up on the website. Put it up on the Facebook."
You'll be fine.
Tim was like,
You'll be fine.
"Okay."
That's
So-
great.
And Tim said, "Hey, David's finally got something to show his two friends."
His two friends.
Friends. Friends.
I almost added like, "Oh yeah, he built a pool this year," like just something stupid like that.
I think you should do another commercial, and it's like, hey, You know, the last commercial was a joke.
And
We
it'd
really
be about
want-
Stickman.
And it'd be about, like, Larry.
I was gonna do one about fucking Barry. It's funny you say Larry, but do one about Stickman and be like, hey, we're just playing. That's not really the guy that runs this place. The guy that runs this place, he's bigger than everybody out here, you know? And Stickman.
Genius.
But that only works if you can
Yes.
do the little quick point. Stickman.
Stickman.
Finger guns. Stickmans. It's the only way it works.
Yep.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about stickmans or finger guns?
Yes.
Oh, well,
She doesn't know about it.
hey, this is news, so and that's news to me.
So moving on to news, we've made it to 8:30 yesterday morning, I believe. What happened after that?
Maybe
Absolutely nothing.
Did you guys have a little break? Did y'all have some food? Did y'all eat?
No, I just fucking loaded that shit up last night and set it to release at like 8:30. I was fucking sleeping.
So you guys had
We had a live from
a barbecue joint?
hometown barbecue in
Man,
grill.
they've got these
in
things
Childersburg.
there that are like,
They're called tater bombs.
they're like hush puppies, but with potatoes and jalapenos and bacon and cheese.
It's like a stuffed baked potato inside a hush puppy ball.
I'm glad that you guys
That
brought
sounds
some of those
beautiful.
for the podcast host this morning.
I mean, they were delicious.
Is not
It was
the word.
Jacob and Grim that introduced us to the place in
Yeah.
the first place.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up.
You
did
don't
it.
know who Jacob
I wasn't
is?
there.
Oh.
Yes, you were.
You introduced us to that. You took us there because you wanted tater bombs.
And then you peed on the paper.
Remember, you peed on the newspaper.
Carrie was with us.
And she peed on the paper
Okay.
after you because you're a bad influence.
Okay.
But anyway,
Tater
it was
bombs.
really good.
Tater bombs.
Tater bomb.
We went back there because we remembered how good the tater bombs were. That's why we went back there
And
today.
I
they
do.
were the tater bomb.
I am
They
from
were.
Childersburg, and I used to go there all the time, but I don't remember going there with you guys.
went
We
there when
did
we
a
went to
commercial
door number
at
3.
Hillbilly Hollow. We were out there all day, and then when we got done and it was after dark, we needed food before we went out to Clanton to watch the premiere of the Fall Boy film from door
Yes.
number 3.
Okay. That sounds fun.
You were there
I wish,
for all of it.
wish I had been there.
You were there for every bit of it.
Uh,
I wish I
It
had that
happened.
memory.
but
It was
speaking
an alright one.
speaking
Yeah,
of
I'm sure it was.
memories, later on in the day we had a live from. This is how I'm doing segues now, guys.
You know, that was a segue.
Yeah, nope. From Grim out at Hillbilly Hollow.
We did.
Yes.
5 or 6 of them.
She was just
There
straight
was-
up taking a shit. Shitting with people.
I randomly tuned in to a few of those as I was doing some driving, and one, she was just staring, and I didn't know if her video had froze, my video had froze, or
I froze.
I froze, or my eyeballs in my own head had
I
frozen.
froze.
Yeah.
I froze.
So that was good. That was a good one.
Yes. I loved that Scott came to visit me, and he won the secret spider.
I did.
Yes. You won the spider.
I
You won the spider, Scott.
I won the spider's heart. Is what
Yeah.
happened.
Spider
No.
Scott.
Yeah.
Spider's
You
got.
came to see me. Meow.
I did. I did, and it was lovely. At 7 new episodes of Strips came out.
Yes.
No, it's funny. The new episode of
not.
Strips came out, and earlier in the day, Grim had seen a macaw out at Hillbilly Hollow. There was
Oh,
a
that's
fucking
true, yeah.
Macaw out there just chilling. And then when your episode of fucking Strips came out, the part where it's like the failed skit idea, you look like a macaw. And that's,
It was you. You were the macaw. It was you the whole time. I
was
should have
like,
fucking
that's
known,
pretty fucking
Scott.
Wild right there.
Scott, why didn't you tell me that was
I did
you?
not know where he was going with that. That was pretty funny.
You're a
No
macaw?
one knew that he would go there with that.
Are you
because
a shapeshifter?
It is a stupid place to go.
How did you not know I was gonna go there? That seems like those are two hand-in-hand incidents.
Oh.
I took selfies with you and you didn't tell me. You
But
just ate
I'm
a
just
fucking
like-
cracker.
Come on, that's a macaw look, right? That's a macaw look.
That was after a shapeshift.
I mean, it's hard to. All right.
He looks like a Who or the Grinch. You know, he's got that. Oh no, he looks like Egon from the real Ghostbusters.
Well, we do have a Santa out there.
If you guys don't know what Matt's talking about,
You should go back and watch the episode of Strips from last night.
I literally watch some
Yes.
other series that's out right now.
I was actually going to just suggst a different thing. Like, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, cool. I don't even know why you're listening to this
have an ice
podcast.
cream.
Go enjoy
Visit
your
the
life.
veterinarian.
I still say
Get the fuck
you
outta
should
here.
go back and watch the episode of Rotten Strips You that came out last night at 7:00.
Yeah, and Matt makes this fucking connection that I look like a bird when I literally call him a goddamn bird in the episode.
All these bird
A-
parallels.
It's a bird at Hellbilly Hollow.
Yeah.
It's our mascot, Scott.
A northeastern cockaface.
Yeah. Scott's like, hey, look up in the tree.
Yes.
It's like Eastern cockleface. And I'm like, Another interesting
And then there was
parallel is I was just sitting
Grim in a
watching
tree
the
as a
other
cat.
side
Does
of
that mean you were
footage
going
last
after the
night
bird?
where we had the ladder on our shoulders and she was climbing up on that ladder. We just watched that last night before you released that episode.
Well, the episode before that with Jacob, that's from that same
Yes,
shoot.
yes.
Yeah. I told Jacob, I said, "Hey man, did you go see the All Jacob episode?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "I don't watch that shit."
He doesn't at all.
He's like, "God damn it, now I gotta go watch it." I'm like, "Yeah, and I'm not gonna tell you which episode it is."
Yeah.
He goes to work and tells everybody to watch it, but he doesn't watch it. He just makes up shit.
It's good. I think they had cake in one of them. Hey guys,
Wait, is that what you think every time?
I always hope.
Maybe there will be cake in this one.
I'm down for the 100th time. Hey guys, in this podcast,
I'm only
there's
here for the
cake.
alcohol.
Oh, well,
so-
cake!
Fucking finally.
Cake!
Go watch this episode. There'll be cake. What is it like? Is it like funny or scary? I don't know. Cake.
There's nothing funny or scary about cake.
I don't know. Cake can be pretty scary.
I don't know.
So, where else did you
But
go?
we did meet a lady tonight that makes her own candy, and she has horror-themed candy, including a cake pop that looked like a Necronomicon.
Yes.
A cake pop
A cake
Yes.
pop.
that looked like a Necronomicon.
Yes.
Like, okay,
Like, for real.
that's a weird thing.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Cake pops are the strangest things to me because, like, I can undercook a cake at home.
Dude, look at this fucking. I mean, the people at home won't be able to see the
No.
picture
I
I'm
will.
showing.
I will
You can
describe
describe,
it.
yes, and they can visualize.
Actually, Grim will describe it.
I mean,
Grim
it's a
will
cake
describe
pop
this
that
picture.
looks
Okay,
like
I'm
to
gonna
our-
describe it. Well, Scott, he's showing it to you. You describe it.
I am seeing it, and I need Grim to describe it to the people at home.
There is a bony substance on chocolate with some line layers of gold, and
It's meant to look like the book there.
and there's an eyeball looking at me, but really looking down, but
these-
half closed.
These look so.
It's not
fucking
cockeyed.
good.
Yeah.
He keeps scrolling away, so I can't describe it.
But we
more.
invited her to join the
So,
Rotten
anyway,
community
you guys
and put a
can
post up
notice
about
that
her
I don't know what the
horror-themed
fuck I'm
candy.
talking about.
This one right here is badass. The cauldron. But she
me see
does
that.
just really badass shit.
Let me see the cauldron.
I also
Throws the phone at you.
Throws the phone at me.
I also found an energy drink earlier
Oh,
today
cool. Yeah.
called Witch's Brew that tasted like caramel apples.
That would track.
That sounds amazing.
It was interesting.
So, that was the
let's see, we were at the episode of Strips at 7.
Mm-hmm.
So after
Tell
that,
me
there
color
were
isn't just aesthetic
more
as fuck.
lives.
More
Right.
lives. Yeah.
more lives.
So that kind of leads
Like,
us
just an
into
aesthetic.
the haunts tonight. Right?
Yes.
Now,
I agree.
Matt and Brandy have a secret haunt that they go to. They don't let anybody go with them. It's their date night haunt. They hold hands. It's very cute.
Adorables.
Cold.
Could you guys tell us about your secret haunt, if you're allowed to tell us anything about this
It
secret
is
haunt?
not a secret.
Okay.
We were at Mountain Creek Trail of Fear in Verbena, and it was fantastic. We enjoyed it immensely. I think we did a few different lives from there. They have a food truck now, which was TNT Burgers and More, I believe.
They just got a food truck, and it's like their first going, and they were like, well, you know, you don't have all your stuff, but come and cook food for us and just kind of get a feel for what it would be like. So
Yeah.
they're set up there and they have food.
They had
It was really
burgers
good.
and hot dogs and fries and chili cheese fries and pork barbecue sandwiches.
I noticed that during the live, somebody had said, hey, you guys should get the chili cheese fries, and you guys beelined over there and ordered the chili cheese fries and a couple of other things. That's very brave. If I had ordered chili cheese fries, I would be the scariest thing at the haunt.
Oh, shit.
Riding home with me
Yeah.
would be a haunted house all of its own.
I'm dying.
Well, we did do that. And luckily, we did not have that problem.
I don't recall farting one time, sir.
There
Hey.
was an area where we stopped to...
Fart.
Actually, I stopped to get coffee, and Matt needed to clean off the windshield so he could see. But it smelled like fart all throughout that parking lot. I will say
I
that.
don't know why. Actually, I was quite confused and thought that was the fart stop.
But back
Fart
to
stop at the gas
back to
station.
Mountain Creek.
Hey.
So they have a hayride and a woods trail, and they were both phenomenal. We were super happy about
They were,
it.
and it's funny. One of the guys that was working at Nightmare at 3008 when we came through for Hell Night
No,
put a
hell no.
crown for
Haunt night.
for Haunt Night, and we
Yes.
did the rotten treatment. He was in the first room with his woman, and he put a crown on my head. He was working the fucking trail
On the hayride.
and he
at Mountain
put
Creek.
another
He
crown
jumps up
on my
behind him.
head.
He
He's
jumps
like,
up behind
"Remember me? Bloop, crown goes
Well,
on
no,
my head.
he
Keep
jumps.
it on your head,
He jumps up
motherfucker."
behind him on the hayride, leans down next to his head, and goes, "Does this look familiar?" And then just slammed it onto his head and jumped down again. It was awesome.
And
Rips
then
his
when
head
we were
off.
driving away, he was like, "Y'all, stay out of our woods and stay rotten."
Yes,
Perfect.
that's awesome.
It
Yes.
was awesome.
Got to see some of the. You guys can see the crown if you go check out those lives.
Yes.
Yes.
It was put on upside down and backwards, which
Yes.
is weird. It's not even possible to do that, but he did.
But Matt did fix it, and that was before we went through the haunt, the walking trail. And
Halfway through the
he kept
trail.
it on all throughout the trail,
There's
but
a
then gave
part
it
where
away.
there's a tent with these hanging banners down.
Oh, that's right.
And the Michael Myers guy's right there before the tent. And we go into the tent, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch my crown. Well, my crown gets tied up in the shit there, and Michael's like walked out and standing right
Like
next to us, and I'm like,
he's literally
hold
standing.
on, bro, hold on.
Matt
hold
is
on."
in front
And I'm,
of
like,
me,
leaning back
and his
and
crown
doing all
is stuck
this.
on the
Just
thing
standing
he's
there
trying to
like
go
this,
through.
and I'm like, I'm
I'm
sorry,
standing
man, I
right
can't
behind
move, I
him,
don't
and
wanna lose
Michael's
my
right
crown.
here next to my face. I'm like, hold on, I gotta fix this. Hold on.
Hang on, I gotta fix Matt's crown. Gotta make sure the princess is pretty.
But man, we got so many times.
yes.
Like for real, we got more than both of us have at any other haunt. Their timing was perfect. Like
awesome.
you're walking through the walking trail and you're focused to the left and then suddenly steps out from the right.
Perfect.
And it's like, it was back to back to back. It was beautiful.
And again, just like we always say about every different haunt, is like, there's no right or wrong way
To do a haunt.
do a haunt.
Yeah.
But every haunt has its own existence.
Yes.
And for us, like, Mountain Creek is that kind of like, where the fuck are we? We're in the middle of the woods. It's super just dangerous walking the trail. You have to sign a waiver because you could
trip and
potentially
fall and roll
trip
down a hill or something.
because it's
or-
just this kind of thing weaved
there's
through the
tree
woods.
roots in the path.
But it works really fucking
It's-
well because
it's
it's so
beautiful.
foreboding
It's
that
beautiful.
you're just out in the woods and it's just like, hey, here
And
you
like
go.
everything's-
Brandy
It's
said
awesome.
something about the trees being really tall and close
Yes.
together, and that makes
yes,
it really
the
cool
trees
to
are
see.
tall and close together. It's super dark, but then you've got random lights
She's
the way
talking
they do
about
it.
for the hayride.
But then when
because
you,
just
yes,
go through
and that's
woods,
awesome too.
and it's cut like through this thick thing of trees, so like you've got barely a foot on either side of you where you're going through this huge thicket of trees.
That I love that. The
But it's
similar
so
with,
dense. But
Hillbilly Hollow.
the way the path is cut, if you look up, you can still see like little glimpses of all the stars because you really are out in the middle of nowhere. But it's just so beautiful. I love it. I really do.
Now this is a secret haunt of Matt and Brandy's. Like I said, they've never allowed anyone to take the pilgrimage
Actually,
out there with them.
I can't wait to see pictures, though. I'll show them to Carrie, too.
One thing I wanted to ask you guys about, you guys, every time you go out there, you rave about parking. And it's so crazy, but you guys do, because when you park and you look out at the
It
place,
looks fucking
there's
eerie.
just a field of fog.
Yeah.
Was it the same way this year?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
You could see the fog, like, right as we're sitting here going, okay, GPS says it's right on our right. I know it's right here. We've been here. Where is it? And then, like, there's this one light that springs up right next to you, and then it's just fog.
That's awesome. I remember going out to, when we went out to East Aboga Manor 2 years ago, our GPS took us to a crossroads.
Yeah, where there was like, here is your
love the lighting.
destination.
You're
Here's
here.
the Boga
Pretty.
Manor, and it's like there's not even a driveway.
There's
like
nothing.
There's
I
nothing.
love that.
And another thing I wanted to ask you guys about that I saw in your live, and it really made me have a question. You guys said, "Hey, here's a really cool photo op," and the really cool photo op looked like a coffin with a body in it.
Yes.
How was that set up as a photo op?
Just so you can kind of sit over next to it and point at the coffin, like, yo.
You can
coffin.
sit in the coffin.
I don't think you can sit in the. I mean,
Oh, that's
maybe
the
you
one
could,
at the back of the
Okay,
But
hearse
it's kind of
that's
like more like
there.
you pose around the coffin with the hearse.
Okay, so it's
Gotta
a
picture that
yeah.
somewhere.
Okay.
There's a few different.
I didn't know if it was
setups.
set up where you could put your
I
head
love it.
in, like
I
you're
don't
in the
think
coffin,
I don't
or
think it is,
or
but
something like
So
that.
Brandy is showing us pictures of, I guess if you're
This
you're
is the photo op we
revealing
were
all
talking
the
about.
secrets of the
Yeah,
couple
Brandy,
getaway.
Don't tell the podcast that we're showing, but we can't tell people.
Okay, they're not revealing anything to us. It was a joke.
Guys, this-
Look,
Look, we and because this is their secret
Couple getaway hunt.
date night location, we don't want to tell you exactly
Date
where
night.
it is.
What's that?
Mountain Creek Trail of Fear, and we're only going to mention that in the podcast and in the lives, and probably
Yeah,
also in a couple
exactly.
different places.
No.
But that's it.
that's
And,
it. We might say on something that it's located in Verbena, Alabama.
yeah, we might say that, but only to the people that are paying attention.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you look away, you missed it.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
If you're not listening, you're not hearing us.
But we did really enjoy our time out there. It is a great hunt, and it really does feel like you are completely out in the middle of nowhere. So you get that sense of foreboding before you even step foot on the property. And then they've got all these just amazing sets and lighting and actors ready to jump out at you. It's beautiful.
Sounds like a beautiful night.
I love that. Creepy Hollow Woods is in the middle of nowhere in Jay, Florida. And when you get to Creepy Hollow Woods, there's not a ticket booth. There's not a big awning that says Creepy Hollow Woods. It's literally a hole in the woods for the start of the path, and there's like a little sign, Creepy Hollow Woods, and you're going into Creepy Hollow Woods, and you got to go through Creepy Hollow Woods to get to their ticket booth to get to their haunt.
Oh, wow.
So you're already like, what the tater tots have I gotten myself into?
Nice.
South Bay Nightmare, you drive, it's 11 miles of nothing before you get to that haunt, and there's nothing around it. And you're like, this isn't a haunt, this isn't a real thing. And then you get there and you're like, this is a murder hole.
Well, the way we have gone to Mountain Creek before, it's not really that far off the interstate. It's like, what, maybe 10 miles off the interstate?
But the way we went
this time, because when we left here, we went
like an hour
somewhere else because we had to deliver something, and it was way in a different direction. Then we went from there to go find food. Then we went all back roads from there to get here. And it was the
like
signal's dropping in and out, and I'm like, no. You got to let me figure out how to get there because I don't know.
I was at Hellbilly Hollow tonight, and then I went out to City of Chaos, and the way that my maps told me to go is down a dirt road.
Yes, we went down that dirt road doing the exact same thing, going from Hellbilly to City of Chaos, and we were like,
oh my
That was when you were
what
with
the
Tommy,
fuck?
right?
And all of a sudden this fucking golf cart type thing comes driving up the road. You were with us.
Probably not.
I was not, but I remember Tommy saying something about it to me. It had to be you and Tommy.
I guess it was just me and Tommy then. I don't know what we went up to. No, yeah. We went to go get the makeup before we went to Kids Day.
Okay, so you were with them.
with us.
That doesn't
I don't
mean she
remember
was
that
paying
either.
attention. Does not mean that.
We went to...
I don't know. I've been very busy and it's hard to remember stuff.
That's fair.
And easy to forget.
And I agree. Hellbilly Hollow was a lot of fun tonight. The DCC was out there. They were doing a show.
Yes.
The house was amazing.
Awesome.
And like, I could be wrong, but of all the times I've been to Hellbilly Hollow, I don't remember that large a number of people in the house. Like, it seemed like there was a ton of people in the house. Every room had people in it, and guys, every haunt that you'll ever talk to will say the same thing. Oh man, we're hurting for actors this year. Oh man, we can't get people to show up this year. And this is a Friday night. This is in Vincent, Alabama. This is in Vincent, Alabama, that has a high school football team that's like one of the top-rated football teams. They're playing at home on a Friday night, and they're still getting this number of people. That's how dedicated they are to this haunt. And when you have something like that, you've got something really special.
Yeah.
We were talking to the people at Mountain Creek about their fog and how much we love their fog, and we're like, at Hellbilly, we're fucking cheap as shit, and we can't afford fog or smells, so we just make the actors, since they're all a bunch of vape heads, smoke like smelly feet vapes, and that causes the smell and the fog for Hellbilly Hollow.
It's pretty
And
true.
then, after he said that and everybody laughed, he follows it up with, no, I'm lying. They just don't bathe.
They don't bathe out there.
We're not allowed baths. Okay? Stop being so mean to us.
But the response we got specifically from Twitch was, man, I love those guys out there. I just have such a blast every time I get to go hang out with them.
And we told them about Rotten Night on the 30th.
There was on the hayride. The hayride was really, really cool this year. It's a totally different hayride, or parts of it are totally different than anything you've seen before, because they went all out with the corn, and corn is as high as an elephant's eye. And also there was a part where there was a woman chasing the like hayride with a chainsaw, which is you don't get to see that often. And I was like, yeah, that's rad, dude.
She is amazing.
I kind of had a hand in on that.
It was Matt.
I'm super, that's one of the things I'm happy about that happened at Hell Night.
She also came up to me tonight to tell you thank you. She wanted me to tell you thank you because she still gets to do that. And
That's
she was
awesome.
so happy.
And doing a bang-up job, jumped up on the...
It just happened on Hell Night. I was out on the trail, and Clink Scales was out there, and he was running the chainsaw, and she had, hurt her ankle. And I was like, well, just, kind of wait for a second, chill here and do something just here. And she's like, no, I want to keep moving. So I was like, all right, cool, do what you do. And she's like, I really want to use a chainsaw. And I was like, well, why don't they just give you a chainsaw? She's like, well, I hadn't learned it and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, blah, 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 whatever, dude. So Clink Scale comes over there and he's got the chainsaw and he's like, hey, man, there's a group coming. Y'all get ready. And she's like, I'm going to run across and scream. And I was like, Clink Scales, let her run the chainsaw just one time. And he's like, well, I don't know. And I was like, she
hasn't been trained.
I said, she said she'd done a couple of times with it, so she
started
knows.
training her.
He was like, well, all right, yeah, fuck it. And then that was it. She's been running the chainsaw.
Like you
since.
have to train for a chainsaw. You act like it's the biggest deal. Some people
Well,
do. It's it's really not.
We've heard that everybody at Hillbilly Hollow who runs a chainsaw is a certified
chainsaw operator.
Would you say a pull cord?
That's just something Tim says to make people feel better about themselves.
I thought he said a forklift operator.
You know how Tim is about saying words of encouragement to make people feel better about themselves. That's like his whole MO.
We're all certified forklift operators out here.
Idiot.
And then the other thing that I was going to bring... what was the other thing I was going to bring up? The house was very cohesive. That's super fun. One of the things that I have, I guess, we always look for in a haunt, and when we used to do reviews and everything, we talked about the story. And Hillbilly seems like some years they take everything and throw it at a wall, see what sticks. And
this is one of those years.
this is one of those. This is like icons of haunts of past. Like, we got this, we got that, we got whatever you're looking for. We have this thing. Oh, the other thing I was going to tell you. So you were talking about your crown getting caught in some webbing, right?
Yeah.
I'll do you one better. According to Tiny, I have set a world record because. I'm riding on the hayride. There's an air cannon that goes off. And they had told us, hey, take your hats off. I don't take my hat off because it's a beanie. It's secured to my head. No, motherfucker.
No,
this goddamn air cannon hit me right in the back of the head. Got up under my beanie and flew off.
Oh, no.
And it didn't fly off to the other side of the trailer.
Where did your head go?
Well, I'm the grafted monster. Yeah, it blew my head off, and so Tiny had to go out there because somebody had lost their hat, and he's like, "Man, I'm gonna tell you, this hat was 10 feet away from the trail." He goes, "Your hat was 20." like it got right up in that hat and blew it like a.
Wow.
Prom night.
So basically, that means you had your hat stolen twice today.
I did have my hat. Yeah, one was stolen by air.
Yep.
Yeah, and another was stolen by a tiny rogue.
A little Zach.
A tiny rogue. So, yep, Hillbilly Hollow was great. And then I got to go out to City of Chaos and see all the things that City of Chaos has done this year, which... Those guys have put a tremendous new build out to everything that they're doing. Had a great time out there as well, and got to see. Of course, I got to see Grim, and I got to see Carrie and them at the Hell Building. I got to see Tommy Dan at City of Chaos, and
Zach and
Kylie, and Shane and all those awesome people
Shane,
out there.
Christy, and all those
Christy,
cats. Now,
yeah.
Tony was apparently out there that night.
Yeah.
That he's out there again, so.
Which is good.
And they built their wall of support local haunts. They've got
Yay.
Nightmare, Hellbilly,
They did,
Chicken House, and Insanitarium.
It's really cool to see that, and you know what's my tickling me just a little bit on my inside is seeing the Haunted Chicken House's new logo on things.
Yes.
It gives me a little bit of, hey, that's kind of a neat thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so just a great night at haunts, guys. Those are 3 haunts that we can't tell you enough about due to time constraints.
Well, it's interesting that you
Our
say that
news
about the
segment
logo.
has gone on forever.
Out at Mountain Creek, it seems like a lot of people don't really know what we do. That they still are like, "Oh, y'all are just a review thing." It's like, "Oh, we do like
We
we don't really even
we don't really do reviews anymore.
But
Not of haunts. Sometimes of
one of the
food.
things we do is design logos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We got our fingers in a lot of pies.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Told you there was going to be cake on this episode.
Cake is not the
Well,
same
one
as
of the
pie.
things I like to say
It's
is
cake and
that
pie.
No.
we do
It's a cake pie.
Well,
we
can't
do a
take
little
the
bit
pie.
of everything.
Son of a bitch.
That just doesn't mean we're good at anything.
We've got our finger in a lot of cakes.
Pops that are shaped like the Necronomicon. There has been cake already in this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, cake
Yeah.
pops.
So there's cake and pie.
And you described them to the listener.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, well, you were supposed to.
Well, no.
No.
She does have you there.
You can shut up too.
Okay.
Is this you get moody when you're wearing your Missy Elliott jacket?
I had a night.
Yay.
It's weird. Is this the first time you've actually spoken to me since I got here?
No.
I think so.
I've
No.
tried to help you remember 2 different memories.
You weren't talking to me. You were talking to Angela.
So, tonight, which is, of course, Saturday night, if you want to run into some
Can I see
some rotten ninnies, where would you go to find some rotten folk?
Hellbilly Hollow.
that? Yeah.
Okay,
We're all
so
gonna be at
Grim and them will
Hellbilly.
be at Hellbilly Hollow. That's
Yes.
the home. And you guys,
And I will be
We'll
doing
at
something
Hellbilly
different.
what's that?
I'll be doing something different this time.
You're leaving Hillbilly Hollow. You're like, oh, Matt and Brandy are going. I'm going to go to
I
that date
thought
place.
about it. You want to go with me?
No,
Nobody likes
I
me
just
here.
blushed so much and so quickly. Like, no, ma'am, I'm not going to the secret date place with you.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Wish me luck, guys.
Well, there went Scott.
Yep.
Everybody's
Grim
going by.
killed me at the secret date place.
No, I didn't. You can
Yeah,
still
you
hear
guys
him.
go out to Mountain Creek. It's just down this old fucking dirty ass road. You guys get down there.
Did you say drippy ass road? Fuck it. It's down an old drippy ass road.
I know a cave.
Did you say
Sit down
cake?
there and it's just,
Hey.
Fuck
just
you.
a goddamn like road with a hole in it. Outhouse. Welcome to Mountain Creek. There's a
Porta
mountain,
John
there's
of
the
fear.
creek. Now get the fuck out of here.
Oh, for heaven's sake. So yeah, guys, come out tonight to Hillbilly
Yes.
Hollow. There will be treats there unfathomable.
Yes.
I've heard that Tim is possibly dying, so come out to Hellbilly Hollow tonight.
Wow. I don't know if too soon is enough to say, like,
Wow.
he's dying to see
Now-
us all. That's what you meant to say.
If you're looking for other options, Tommy Dan will still be out at City of Chaos.
Adam will be at
Our boy
Haunted Chicken.
Ecto will be at the Haunted Chicken House. So yeah, lots of great haunts to choose from.
Go
Yep.
to Mountain Creek if you're out
Yes.
there in Verbena, Clanton area.
And, yep, there'll probably be an episode of the podcast,
Yeah.
which is this. This
That
is it.
is this.
Yeah.
That is this. And there should be an episode of Strips.
Oh, that episode's already up and ready to air.
No one is more excited about that. I meant no one is excited about that.
And I'm sure there will be at least a live, if not multiples.
There'll probably be a bunch of license right at Hellbilly.
If I make it out to Hellbilly tonight, I hope to go to do a dual live with you guys from the same
the same place.
Yeah, we are.
You could just be standing side to side, like, where are you at tonight, Scott? No, I'm in Hellbilly Hollow. Fuck that place. We're in Hellbilly Hollow.
Did you know that the Wi-Fi there is called ROTN? Did you know that?
They have rotten signal out there.
They have rotten Wi-Fi.
That's why my lives suck.
Because they have rotten.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay, guys. Is there more news?
I don't think so. We've gone on for almost 40 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
Do we even talk about these?
I mean, we
do you remember the cake pops?
Oh, yeah, we did talk about cake.
Don't forget the cake. I do like cake.
Coming this October, as night falls on a quarantined prison somewhere in Vincent, Alabama, vampires have taken over at Hellbilly Hollow, and things will never be the same.
Come visit Hellbilly Hollow in Vincent, Alabama. You'll have the best night of your life.
Yes, we'd love to have you in our neck of the woods.
The wait is driving us batty.
This year, we've raised the stakes. Join us.
Join us. One of Alabama's top-rated haunts. This is the one for you.
Hellbilly Hollow Haunted House Attraction in Vincent, Alabama. Open at 7 p.m. every Friday and Saturday in October.
Tickets available at the door.
Exclusive merchandise, tasty concessions, live entertainment,
Well-lit bathrooms.
For more information, check us out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and at hellbillyhollow.com. And we will see you there.
Join us.
Don't go that way, man. You know who's back there? It's that serial killer from that movie.
What? Why are they here? I thought they were supposed to be chasing the kids at summer camp or invading the nightmares of the kids on that one street.
Well, they're all here. Brought in to fight off the mutant chickens, and now it's a horror free-for-all.
Oh. Where do I buy tickets?
The Haunted Chicken House in Heflin is the largest tourist attraction in East Alabama.
open every weekend in October. Tickets are $15 per attraction, 2 for $25 and 3 for $40.
Ride the hayride of horrors.
Visit the Haunted Chicken House.
Defy death in the infamous Crazy Train.
For more information, check us out on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and thehauntedchickenhouse.com. And we'll see you there. Gosh, what a long section there. Okay, we got to do this pretty quick, guys. The cryptid today is the Ahool.
Ahool?
Ahool!
Ahool!
Ahool! Hey, stay
rotten.
Ahool!
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Join us next time for another episode of Rotten Mornings.